Testing, testing. Okay, well, good morning. Welcome to Draw 7 at the 79th Francis Dykes Bonspiel. The games are about to start. So on our feature sheet, we have Potomac 2 versus Nutmeg 2, and that is Scourge of the Seven Sheets versus the Kid, the Twig, the Beard, and Brian. Just getting started with practice slides. And we'll be updating the scores on all of the other sheets throughout the game. Okay, so we're getting started. So I am Judy Rackison. I am the sole commentator and webcaster this morning, so please bear with me. Full disclosure, I'm married to Skip on Team Potomac and Eagles, but won't necessarily have anything wrong. All right, so we're getting started. It looks like Nutmeg has underline draw. Scourge of the Seven Sheets, Potomac 2.
Off it. We're through, huh?
Are the sweepers calling us off this three? Oh, maybe not.
Still here. Shot it.
Comment in the chat. Hi, Keon. Nice to see we've have some viewers this early in the morning. Perhaps we'll get some extra volunteers out today. The weather is causing some offices and some government to close today.
All the way. Let's good. All the way,
Staff
all the way.
Trying to hold the line quite hard there.
Keep going. All right. Okay.
Maybe just get it across the hog line.
Yeah. Right here.
Nutmeg is pulling these guards.
There, guys. Yep. Yes. Yep. Whoa. Go hard. Up now. Take the roll if you can, Larry. I went too early. That's fine, Brian. Okay.
Nice shot replacing two red guards with the yellow.
Nicely done, John.
Yellow is still sitting well.
Normal. Yes. All the way.
So as you may have seen if you follow Potomac on social media, Ben Keane, mustache, and as a shout out to his hero, I guess, Matt Hamilton from Team USA. So there's been a lot of joking around about.
That's good. I like that. Slight hack. You peel the front, that's okay. Up. That girl up. There's probably on this one already. Yeah. Stop this one now. Yeah. Down. Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Good shot. Yep. Eric. Just Eric. Whoa. Yep, for weight now. Yep. Don't want to pop out on the guard. Yep. All the way. Yep.
Just has nose and shots.
John.
Nice shot.
Let's hear Brian. Yes.
Currently two yellows.
Hard.
Shots down.
Roll it. Yellow. All the way. Oh, here's good. Still going out. That's my fault, Pat. Come on. I'll get you 4 eyes, Chris. Same weight.
Perhaps wanted to roll the other way. Cover.
Wondering whether we peel. Yeah, line. Yeah, Mark. Is there one over there? I think hit it. Yeah, let's get ready. Normal. Yeah, line, guys. Yeah, line. Right again.
So I see we're up to 10 viewers now. So if you're just joining us,
Yep.
dress up.
Hard, guys. Hard. Yes, now. Yes. We're gonna hit this one normal. Yeah. Control. Just right at nose. Higher wide. Normal. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard. Wait.
Out of the house. And Nutmeg's going to appeal the guard. Maybe that actually
Yep.
tap it back.
Whoa. Yep. Brian, catch this one. No roll.
First time it was right.
Up. It's all right. It's here. I hit the curl. I hit the finish. What? Oh, Brian, let me show this off. One's good. Yeah, go little. Yeah. Freeze. All right, whoa. Yeah, go.
Looks like they're calling it a freeze. That heel.
Nothing.
Make the shot and gets it right on.
He's gonna get their guard.
This is version of skips runs. First day.
If I leave it here, it's good too. Yeah.
Whoa. It's a bit heavy. Not quite curling over front. First of our Nutmeg team's skips, rocks. I'm not sure if he's the kid, the twig, the beard, or Brian. Not the beard, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Bring it over. Goal line. Yeah, weight's fine. Stay with it. It's really gonna work. So I wanted to go on the team. Yep. Back. Whoa. Never. Just looking for a guard.
Very nice shot.
So as long as it's like a 2-3.
Now Nutmeg is
Go a little bit. Yeah. Go a little. Yeah. Hard. There you go. Nice shot, guys.
I think if you want this swing back, go out now. Fade back.
So now Andy Ingalls is throwing his final rock. I think he's trying to freeze him.
Not moving a lot. You want to hit it like
It's pretty good. Nutmeg has pretty much wide open draw here. Right? Trying to get rid of the red one in order to score 4, but that's tricky. There's a lot of backing. Looks like that's what they're going for. I'm not sure if they're trying to hit it back through the court or angled off to the right.
So I come through over the top.
So they're still trying to
Come
decide.
over the top. Okay.
All right, send it through the hole. That's what I just heard.
Normal.
Yes, line! Yes, line! Yes, line!
It's tricky. There's a lot
Whoa,
of
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Sweet. Sweet. All the way hard. 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 All the way.
Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Looks like it's left with one red. So updating the score on sheets. It looks like on sheet A, Bucks County 3 scored 2. I don't see scores posted yet for sheets C and D, but I'll get those up on the scoreboard as soon as the devices put up the scores.
Bring it, bring it, bring it. Yeah. Hard, 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 hard. Hard. Once we're as far as you can. As far as you can. Is it over? All right. What do you think, guys?
If you want to try to bust into this, probably out.
Okay.
I mean, this ball looks pretty nice. You got to go so wide. Right.
Looks like. Whoa, you're good.
You got it right.
Looks like a nice corner guard there. From Nutmeg. Potomac is choosing to draw behind. For anyone keeping track, it looks like on sheet D, Brimstones versus Triangle, there was a blank for the first end.
Yes, yes! Yes! All the way, all the way.
Right, looks like Nutmeg is going for some sort of double, I think.
Nice shot, Frank.
Quite enough to get rid of both rocks, but it's a good shot. scores now are all up to date for the first end.
Like I got it one this week.
You still have a biter there in the back, but a bit heavier and didn't curl nearly as much as was intended.
Top 8.
The wick, but it's still looks like barely biting, but it's currently sitting to those little rocks in the outskirt. Triangle. They blanked the first end. Currently a little behind us. Seems to be a struggle to find that draw weight for everybody this morning. The ice is speeding up quickly. Although, yeah, still not much of another two. Just bouncing out these rocks in the very back. close to the center line is actually counting as our overhead cameras white and red. They're sitting, Potomac sitting at 2 or 3, looks like right now. It looks like that Yellowstone now outcounts the ones in the back. Potomac can certainly hit. They need to roll somewhere. Bit tricky. There's a lot of jam possibilities. It's either nose it and get it through the court or get it thin enough to go on the sides. And it's jammed on the one in the back, although rolled out that one. Well, actually, they removed the yellow, so that good result.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have much handling.
Looks like red is now sitting 3 or 4. So we're up to 15 viewers now. Welcome for joining us recently. Shot there, Nutmeg. Get rid of the shot stone and might be shot now. It's hard to tell. Looks like it's hard to tell from in the house as well.
Well, now you want to tap all that up. That's kind of protecting us a good bit. That stone is protecting our shot.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Take a roll.
Okay.
Remember, it stays pretty straight on this line. You might want a little less.
Looks like they're calling for the draw again. And the guard on the left. I'm really wrong what the shot was. They're going behind the guard on the right. And looks like it was just a bit too heavy. Back. they seem fairly certain whether or not that was 1 or 2. Score going up. It was 2 for Nutmeg.
Hey, Eric, what was that?
For the other sheets. Looks like triangle is 2 on D.
Right center.
Who wants to take bets on where it's going to end up?
I think that one is still in.
Is it over?
Yeah.
I don't see a score on sheets A or C posted yet.
I think you gotta go.
Sheets B and D are trading.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Right here. Okay. Whoa, whoa, line, full line, full line. Just trying to switch it.
Take that back. On sheet A, it looks like Philly scored.
Not calling much. Nice shot.
Yeah, line, guys. Yes.
You want high in the house?
Five.
You want high out?
Up. That's great. Good shot, John. That's okay. Good sweep, guys. My bad. Yeah, on its own. Looks like it's real hot.
Run it back, man. Run it back.
Hit and roll.
Out. Yeah. Yeah, line.
Normal.
Up. Whoa. No.
Whoa, we're out here. We got a girl mile. Get a piece. No. That's right, Eric.
Nutmeg there was trying to knock out the shot stone and they flush.
Yeah, line, guys.
So
Yeah, line.
triangle's guard.
Yeah, line. Little less. Yes, line. No rim this time. Right up. Yep. Go, yes. Gotta go, gotta push it over. Yes. Hard. Up now, up. There it is.
Really nice guard.
It's like board.
I think it's covering the shot stone pretty well. 2 guard.
Taking the guard's okay.
So Nutmeg's trying to get the stone from the outside. They just have guards in there.
Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Hard.
Top of the house.
Hard. Taking that's fine.
So move the guard over just a little bit.
Nice shot, Ryan.
Certainly expose the rock in the house now.
Wait on it.
question. I think the rock hit the foot of one of them. Nutmeg sweepers. Everyone seemed convinced it would have gone out.
I like that. There's still two. Oh, sorry. You meant this, right?
Looks like Potomac is called for blocking the 12 foot of the center line, blocking the center stone, leaving the one out, the right exposed. As we see Ben, Hamilton lookalike, the green rag. It's been a bit deep. But stuff like that. Nutmeg is quantifying the double. It's going to be a double. Looks like it just didn't curl enough. They got out the one in the back.
Top eight.
The guard again. Top 8, I guess. They want another one in the house, but top shot in the
Make
full
it
foot.
curl. Yep, come on. No, lights good.
Alright, so we're up to 24 viewers.
Lights fine. Okay.
Welcome. Sorry you're listening to just me. Good morning, Joe. I am the sole operator and commentator. I keep trying to talk people in the war room to joining me, but everyone seems like they would rather just break all the other volunteers.
Back hard. Whoa. Just like
Hard!
What?
Shot. It's almost fully bent.
Looks like Sheet C finally pushed the score for the second end, and it was 1 for Potomac.
Come on, Aaron. This was.
Go ahead. Yes, hard. Yes, hard. Yes, hard.
Okay, thanks for the feedback. More volume on the mic, less on the ice. Let's see what I can do. Maybe that's a little better.
Yellow line. Whoa. What? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right, thanks for the feedback, Tycho. Nice shot there from Nutmeg. Although their rocks quite exposed. He's calling for the hit and roll.
Yes,
Excellent. Michael Dobbs is going to come join me, I think. Good. I was sick of talking to myself. 21-4. All right. There you go.
Good morning, everybody. As Judy has told you, we are here at the Potomac Curling Club at the Francis Dykes Bonspiel. We are currently watching Potomac 2, skipped by Andy Inglis, playing Nutmeg 2, The Kid, The Twig, The Beard, and Brian.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out which one's which, but two of them have beards, so I don't know.
Well, the last one's pretty obvious.
Well, okay.
Brian, I get. Tight match so far, of course. 2 for yellow, 1 for red.
Yeah, all the games are pretty tight so far.
I'm guessing everyone's kind of easing into the morning.
I'm just glad everyone made it on time. The weather's been a bit dicey today.
Very true. That wind gust is supposed to hit 16 miles an hour today. Can you believe that?
I saw a lot of downed tree branches and a traffic light go out on my way in. I'm just glad we didn't lose power here at the club because that would be a disaster.
Oh, no, don't even mention it. We will have power.
We will have power because, yeah.
Because if we don't, what do we do?
I don't know. We have a packed schedule this weekend, starting on Thursday morning with, 35 teams?
Mm-hmm.
So no room for error.
Mm-hmm. We were actually lucky it was only 35 teams.
Yeah.
But anyways, we have Matt Hamilton sweeping here.
Yeah.
Andy delivering his last,
I think
first of 2 rocks.
yeah, he's first. He's got one more.
The rocks aren't quite as clean as we would expect them to be behind the house, but that's all right. Good sweep from Matt Hamilton. Nice hit and sit. Red is sitting 1, and there's nothing else in the house.
What do you want to throw? Control? Normal? Yeah. Where's the weight? Make it curl, make it curl. Oh, hold on. Yeah, go now. Yeah, gotta go. Curl. Yep, curl it. All the way.
Thank you for your sympathy, Tycho and Joe.
Well, you'll find out if we disappear. That happened last time I was webcasting during the U18s. It was very brief.
Oh.
It was just a flicker, but
It was enough.
it was enough.
Fortunately, it just impacted the webcasting. Everything else was fine.
Yeah, do we have a backup power supply now?
No.
Michael.
I know. Among the 35 different things I was supposed to do, that's the one that did not get done.
Well, hopefully it won't matter. I know you do a lot of important service for the club.
Well, the other thing that didn't get done was I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Yeah, that wind was really loud.
I didn't have, well, for me it was just, you leave here at 12:20,
Well, that
you
doesn't
get
help.
back here at 7 in the morning, and there's the phone. Be right back, folks.
Wouldn't be surprised if that's a call asking when someone can come try curling, which is, we're receiving a lot of those, as I'm sure other clubs have as well. It's hard to, we don't have a lot of room in our schedule for public events, and we've been doing our best, so it's a shame to turn people away. It was a nice shot, although they lost the shooter there, so looks like a blank. All right, let's see if we can get scores updated on the other sheets. Looks like on sheet D, Triangle scored 2, so that's now 4-0. It was a blank, as we said, on sheet B, and A and C seem to be slow in actually putting up their scores, so I'll report back when we get those.
So, Judy, that lovely phone call, who do you think was calling?
As I was just speculating on the webcast, it was somebody saying, when can we try curling?
Yeah, it was actually a corporate rental request.
Yeah, we get a lot of those too. And so there you go, Joe. You don't have to respond because Michael already said we're full.
Unfortunately, we had to decline. We are completely booked up for the rest of the season, which is only another, like, 6 weeks. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I wonder how many of those people will come back in the fall and try to book something. But
We certainly hope they will. We appreciate the exposure and love to help people learn to curl and appreciate some of the cash flow, too.
Certainly. I see an advertisement here to come to Bucks from Dave Schmel.
Oh, Dave, we
experience
will
every day.
we will definitely be heading up your way. I don't know if we're going to make it up for his and hers, but we need to come back. Got to see your new warm room.
Yeah, I hear it's very nice.
I love the construction blog, the time-lapse videos of the construction of their warm room.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Just a crazy transformation. You know, I played there twice, at a Big Buckin and I forget what the other one was.
Yeah, I've been there twice as well, but it was a couple years ago.
And, you know, it was cold watching the games.
Yeah, I remember last time I was there, I remember seeing the drawings about what the warm room would look like. So it'll be great to see it.
Absolutely. Back here on sheet B, they didn't hang the score. What happened?
No, they blanked.
They blanked. That's why they didn't hang the score.
Well, they did actually. They just put it in the blank spot.
Which is blocked by about 4 people right
Crooked
now.
billet. That's the other spiel.
Of
That's
course.
right. Yes.
I figured somebody would respond. Yes, unfortunately, I thought about going in to one of your recent spiels, but it filled up in 20 minutes, I hear?
Wow.
It filled up really quickly.
Okay, just update on score. It looks like on sheet A, yellow, Philly 3 scored 2. So that is now 5-2. Oops. And sheet C, they keep not posting the score, so we'll come back to that.
This is Joe Morrison here on sheet B, delivering for Scourge of the 7 Sheets. Perfectly coming around the guard. Cleared it by about 2 inches. Coming to rest, unfortunately, in the back of the 8-foot. Would have loved to see that about 4 feet higher.
Sorry about that. I just showed the mirror image of the house. by accident.
Well,
Too many options here.
there's a lot of buttons in this system.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of different configurations, and sometimes our setup is not perfect. Yellow coming down here, trying to get around the guard and freeze to the back of the house rock. They, unfortunately, just wick the guard. The weight was pretty right though. They come into the back of the 12-foot.
Stuck around.
Andy English desperately trying to get them out. But Andy's team does have the hammer, and they are opting to come around the center guards again. They're playing the, hey, I'm going to own the center. Make your guards in your way.
So now we have Ben Keene, a.k.a. Matt Hamilton, throwing second rocks. I tried to
That is Ben Keene out there. I thought it was Matt Hamilton.
let's see if he makes the shots. You know, it might give us an indication.
You know, even Matt Hamilton misses shots.
Well, I hear that their media tour, the Team USA is in town this weekend.
Yeah,
we need to be tagging them on Twitter as much as we can. You know.
I keep wondering exactly where they are. We saw their post about being on the Tonight Show last night. I think that was last night.
I think so.
One of my curling buddies, Miggy, actually got a great picture with them, with the Cheetos background and the curling throne.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty ridiculous.
That's a great chair. I don't know how it wound up in New York. after it was here for the Cheetos commercial, but it's a
Oh, it was
nice
here for the
thing.
Cheetos commercial.
Yes!
Okay. Yeah, if you don't know, the Cheetos commercial was at least partially filmed, although not on our ice because the ceilings weren't high enough, but next
Yes.
door on one of the hockey rinks. But they used our old rocks. So we got new rocks a couple years ago.
We provided some technical expertise, some equipment servicing,
Yeah.
some safety instruction on how to be safe on curling ice.
And then we ended up with a large supply of Cheetos afterwards that they left here for us.
They were incredibly generous. The craft services folks, as traditional, you never want to run out, so they had plenty. And then we had boxes of, not little boxes, giant Costco-sized, boxes of Cheetos.
Yeah. I see a comment here that I guess Team USA at the NHL hockey game outside at the Navy Stadium tomorrow.
That's right.
They're dropping the opening puck. Well,
I hear the drop, as I have air quotes that no one can see.
I see. I can vouch for that.
Will be a drop with a curling stone involved somehow.
Okay. Well, I still think we should tweet at them, see if,
Hey,
they have some room in their schedule.
fingers
Come up
crossed.
to Laurel.
Although I wonder if any of them were ever eligible for an adult 5 and under.
Probably not. They've all been curling since they were like 4.
Oh, a nice draw behind the corner guards here.
Joe just reported there will be a Potomac Curling Club rock at the said drop.
Yep.
Cool. I guess that makes sense. We're the only club in the area, so we're providing the rock.
Yep. Apparently, USA Curling just emailed us and said, hey, we're in the area and need to borrow a rock. Do you have it extra?
Good thing we have our old set of rocks.
Absolutely. We were fortunate, as you mentioned, to purchase all new sets of rocks about a year and a half ago. And we kept a set plus a few spares just for occasions like this where somebody's like, hey, we're doing a media party or a release or a press tour.
And I think even Team USA would not expect one of our pristine rocks, especially as they are in good use right now, as you can see on the webcast.
Yeah, Shide just has 7 rocks.
Yeah, it's just, but only on one team. It's
Of
just
course.
it's just a handicap.
A nice hit and roll here. Unfortunately, it's going to roll a little far.
Oops. And again, I've shown you the mirror image of the house.
Nutmeg 2 crossing over. Andy opting to call the draw behind the other corner guard. Fine call. Sometimes you'll see teams try and draw behind the same corner guard that they're already behind. But in this case, he's opting to try and split the house while being behind the corners.
See, Laura Borden said, I'll be there and going to try to get a pic for you. Please email that to us or post it on social media and tag Potomac. And I'm sure our social media crew can get that reposted.
Oh, they will love it.
Tweeted.
Unfortunately, this rock looks a bit heavy.
Yeah.
It's about backline weight. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, it's sticking around in the back 12.
It's enough. It's actually, I'm not sure whether it's shot or second shot.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from this angle.
Good enough.
Great. Thanks, Laura.
Nutmeg trying to come around here. Do a little tap back on the draw that Inglis threw. This is perfectly by the guard.
Nice shot.
Little tap and sit.
So Nutmeg is certainly now sitting 1. Do you think Andy's calling the freeze?
I'm going to say the backline tap because he needs to move that yellow rock enough to have both of his red rocks counting.
Yeah.
But they are staying off of it.
The phone is ringing again, so Michael just went off to answer. And unfortunately, they flashed right by that. So now Nutmeg is calling to guard their shot rock, although perhaps in the top 8. It's not even 9 a.m. and it smells like the kitchen's making chili, which is kind of just odd this early in the morning. Looks like a pretty good shot. They're going just above the tee line. It's maybe a little deeper than they wanted. But it pretty much covers the back one, although it's now actually sitting shot. Thanks, Emily, it's tacos. Okay, well, I was close. So Andy Ingles is now headed down to throw his first rock, I believe. Like they are also going for some sort of tap back, but they're certainly not going to get both of them. Okay, well, Potomac is now sitting shot, but it's wide open.
Ooh, house has gotten a lot more complicated since
I
stepped away. Scourge of 7 sheets is currently sitting 1, but this yellow rock will successfully take it out.
Yeah, looks like Nutmeg is now sitting 3. So is this hammer? Must be.
Yes, this will be the hammer. Andy is going to have to do something for 1 here because he's currently drawing against 3.
Yeah.
That is never an enviable position to be in.
My guess is he'll do some sort of draw. Guards don't seem to be too much in the way.
You could totally do just a hit and sit, but
it's more his style to do a draw game.
Fair enough. Just don't be late.
Yeah.
You can be a little heavy. You got plenty of backing. Although, given this ice, I think he's going to do a hit and sit on that yellow rock.
Yeah, that does look more likely.
You know,
otherwise he'd be trying to curl into the 4-foot, and he's clearly not doing that.
Exactly.
All right, I was wrong. What he'd call. I do play with him a lot.
Either option is perfectly valid here. Rock is away. They're waiting for it to move off the center line, and there it goes.
Yeah,
oh, this is moving. It will hit.
But I'm not sure it's going to stick around.
And unfortunately rolled just too far. It's going to be a steal of 2 for the kid, the twig, the beard, and the brain. Brian.
Brian, yes. All right, that's 2 for Nutmeg. Okay, let's see if we can get some updates on other sheets. Can you see A if they posted the score yet?
A's block. Sheet C, the score is now actually tied. A score of 2-2. Potomac 4 stole 1 in the third end.
Unfortunately, can't see the scoreboard on sheet D.
On sheet A, it looks like Philly took 1 more point, and it's 6-2 after 4 ends.
So sheet D is the only one we haven't updated. Oh, they just posted the score. It looks like Triangle took another 1, so that is 5-0.
Ooh. We're not quite in rescue shots territory yet. Score to the 7 sheets with a little bit of work to do here in the 5th end. They are currently trailing 4-1. They give up a unfortunate steal of 2 in the 3rd, which means they need to score here to just boost their confidence a little bit.
Yeah, it seems that certainly in sheet A and D, there's also a big spread right now.
Mm-hmm.
A nice draw to the forfeit, although it's a bit exposed.
Let's see about half that rock. Andy calling for a hack weight. Hit and roll. Going to try and take that yellow rock out and maybe flop behind his own corner guard.
This is Joe Morrison throwing lead rocks for
Frank Kemper with a nice one over on sheet C. Andy getting the sweepers onto it, trying to resist the curl. They get by, hit, and roll a little less than they wanted to, but they were very tight to the guard.
It looks like Nutmeg is now calling hit and rolling back behind the guard.
But of course, apologies, my yawn interrupted my response to you.
No worries.
It may be 9 o'clock, but mornings are always rough when you're curling.
Yeah.
Right, this should be Brian for Nutmeg. Rock is coming down. They will make contact. Roll a little bit, but still not behind the guard. I wonder how long they're going to trade hits and try and roll before either somebody makes it or somebody rolls out.
Yeah. Well, they're just trading back and forth right now. Or someone completely flashes it.
Or someone says, you know what? Ignore it. Just draw behind. Once it's in the 12-foot, you could totally just No, we don't care about that rock. We're going to beat it.
Yeah, and they're gradually moving further out and higher, so
Mhm.
it's becoming less and less essential.
As soon as we get it for you, we will bring you a score update from Sheet C. We know something happened in the fourth, but we're not quite sure what.
Yeah, they've been kind of slow on posting their scores.
Mhm. We'll have to remind them during announcements.
Can't keep their fans waiting.
Need one of those giant foam fingers that says, hang your score.
Yeah, maybe we do need a sign. Well, if I can get somebody's attention, I'll try to indicate.
How would you mime hang your score through a window?
I think I would just go like that. Well, I'm lifting up my arm and
Okay.
yeah. Except I don't know who scored, so
We don't know who to ask to hang the score,
yeah.
right?
But maybe we can get the eye of some of the
Okay.
Potomac team.
I don't know. That kind of looks like, hey, do a bunny hop.
Or like, good job.
Yay! But just one yay. Not yay, yay, yay.
I don't know. I could also we can make a little sign that says "Hang your damn score."
Please.
Yes, yes.
Hang your damn score, please. Back here on sheet B, the red hit and rolled out, we think. Yellow made the tick here to split their guards open a bit. Andy opting to just draw behind it. He's thinking, hey, I've only got 5 rocks left. I need to start putting something in the house. Unfortunately, this rock is going to crash into the guard.
It looks like it does not actually have that much weight anyway.
No. Very light. If that were T-weight, they might have been able to get it around.
So we're now up to 42 viewers. Perhaps as people are starting their workday, they're tuning in.
Or the curlers are waking up
Yes.
from their slumber.
I admit I was streaming a bit at work yesterday while working, but, you know, just keeping an eye on
Of
scores
course.
and such.
Of course.
And I will probably do that this afternoon as well.
You know, it's like turning on the panda cam.
Yeah, that's right.
No, turn on the curling cam.
A little more activity on the curling cam than on the panda cam. But
Generally, yes.
so if you have no idea what we're talking about, there was lots of excitement at the DC Zoo, the National Zoo, a few years ago when we had a baby panda.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's always on, I guess.
It's always on.
But I haven't looked at it since it was a baby panda, which was pretty cute.
The
but
viewership numbers do quintuple, septuple,
Yeah.
go up to the power of 10 when there's a baby panda. They're adorable. But the number of people who just have the panda cam on all day, every day at work is amazing.
I'm clearly missing something.
Or
I'm being more productive with my time. I don't know.
you simply have I have learned to understand, at least not understand them, but accept these people. They are still wonderful.
It sounds like you know some of these people well.
I've met a few of them. Yep.
Fair enough. So yeah, they're really struggling to get any rocks in the house. They're all either too light or too heavy.
Yeah. Yellow went through there.
Might be just a race to draw something.
Yep. I mean, it's at this point with 3 guards out in front and a staggered set in front of the center line, it's basically a race to the house. Unless somebody wants to make a triple, but
Well, it may come to that. But right now, it's just a race.
lots of room around the guard.
Yeah, the overhead cam's not very interesting. It's just someone standing
There
there.
was literally, there
Oh, there we
hasn't been
go.
anything in the house for a long time.
Hey, here's a rock in the house. Although it's sticking out. And
That rock
now
is
it's very vulnerable.
definitely a hit and roll call here from Andy. We'll see if they can get the line right and just tap and roll under. Unfortunate
Took the
crash into the guard.
Although they moved it over, so now it's well exposed.
And did they get a backbiter out of it?
I think so.
That's a backbiter.
Looks like it.
It probably won't come into play, but
You
you
never
never know.
So it looks like Nutmeg now is calling for draw.
Sweet. Yes. Yes, hard.
They're on the guards. Guard rolled over just a little bit, but not enough to really protect the shot stone. I'm trying to do my hang the score indication to the team on sheet C, but they don't seem to be noticing. Oh, we'll find out eventually. So here is the first of the skip stones. Team Potomac. They're going after the shot rock again, trying to roll in. So to get past that guard.
All the way, yes, all the way, yes. Yes, don't stop, don't stop.
Looks like it's wide and flash right by. Looks like Nutmeg is going for the guard here. But they're on their guards. And again, not quite, well, covering the shot stone more, maybe about half. So Andy, who's the skip on Potomac team is a lefty, so this might actually help him out with this shot since he's got to go quite a ways around.
Little wide. Okay. Okay. All right. Try to freeze on at this if anything.
We finally have a score up for sheet C, and it was a blank. So our score has been up to 8 this whole time. In Utica versus Potomac 4 on sheet C. I guess that's why they weren't in a hurry to post it. My kid's gonna get part of it. But just took the yellow further back. I believe that was 1 yellow. Giving you some score updates. It looks like on sheet A, Philly scored 1. So that's now 7-2. On sheet D, Broomstone scored 3, so it's now 5-3. And I can't really see what else is happening, but I'll get those updated as soon as I can. Oh, but it was Nutmeg that scored 1 on sheet B. Looks like the end is just finishing up on sheet C, so hopefully they'll post a score soon. That was a hog rock. Looks like Andy's just trying to get a corner guard up so that they have something to work with. Oh, it's quite off to the side.
Don't go getting behind us on it.
Looks like everybody's a bit light this end. Maybe the ice has slowed down a bit.
It's up. It's up.
Similar to the last time, we're ending up with potentially a whole bunch of guards out front. Looks like a pretty good draw, although pretty wide open. And Nutmeg is calling for a hit and roll, I'm guessing. Finally, have an update on sheet C. Potomac 4 scored 1, so that's now 3-2 Potomac. It was a nice shot from Nutmeg. They hit out the Potomac rock, and looks like they're still biting, and they're actually covered at least partially by the guard. Potomac putting one in the 12-foot, but again, it's wide open. Although there is, I suppose, if they hit it the wrong way, there's a jam possibility. So it looks like Nutmeg is calling to hit it on the right side and then roll to the right. Roll behind the guard off the center line. Well, that was not the intention. It ended up rolling the Potomac rock quite nicely behind the guard, sitting in the back 8. It's a lucky break for Pringles, and now he's going to guard that. Well, the rock in the sort of top 8, top 12 make it harder to come in and either sit down on that or knock it out. Looks like it's going to end up pretty good. Maybe a little deep. It's a little tricky. Hopefully, might be a double possibility. And there's a double possibility there. They did it just right. Yeah, they would have liked a little more cover on that, a little higher up. wide there and flash right by. Looks like Potomac gets another chance. They certainly need some points here to get back in this game. We're going to go for 12-foot, top 12 guard. A lot less ice. Make sure it gets over there. Andy's calling for top 12. Well, but they're worried about the line getting around that guard. And looks like it is on the guard. Oh, it switched handles right at the end and rolled back towards the center line. That was helpful. Support there, but it's not the widest. You certainly have to go for it. And even peeling one of the guards would still be useful. And it's on the red guard. There's going to be a lot of discussion about what happened there. There are a lot of rocks flying. Okay, yeah, the back red one must have bumped somebody, or was supposed to have gone out and rolled away. Either way, they've removed it from play. But Potomac is still gonna try to put another guard there, guessing around the center line, top 12. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Courtney's saying they should not remove that from play. It looks like Ben and Andy are discussing that right now as well. Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't actually see very well what happened. If you know, don't have instant replay in this system, so I don't know what happened there. Okay, thanks, Courtney. She rewound and it jammed and stayed in the house. Oh. Well, it seems the skips decided, I guess, what should happen. Don't have any officials in this event to weigh in. And they got their 12-foot guard, although it might be a little too close to the center line, because now they can nose it and move at least maybe 2 around, maybe 3. Okay, well, I just got a, I don't know, kind of gesture from Andy, so I'm not sure what happened there. It wasn't quite the double they were going for, but they removed the rock in front and moved the back one way to the back of the 12-foot. Looks like this is hammer, and Potomac's going for 3. Looks like handshakes on sheet A with Philly. At least the final score they posted was 7-2. Philly 2 winning the game over Bucks County 3. The games on sheet B, C, and D are still ongoing. Looks like all three members of the Potomac team sweeping hard, trying to get that 3rd point, and they've got it. So that is 3 for Potomac, which brings the game to 5-4. It's much closer now than it has been. Looking for score updates on the other sheets. Looks like I don't have those just yet. The end is still finishing on sheet C. They're a little bit behind the others, and I can't see the score on D. Looks like Potomac guys are struggling to get that rock over the hog line. Looks like they did not make it. The scores have not been posted actually on any of the sheet. Oh, actually on sheet D, whoa, there was a 4-ender for triangle, so it is now 9-3.
You look good, guys. Keep on it. I think you got it. I think you got it. Hard. Hard is really close. Come on, guys. Hard. Hard. Get it over. Eric, a little more. In's okay at this point.
So Nutmeg got a guard just barely over the hog line. Looks like Andy wanted a corner guard, but it's a bit heavy.
Yeah, all the way. All the way. All the way.
Oh, no. I guess he wanted to draw.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Yep, line. Hard, promoting, hard.
not quite enough weight there to move that yellow rock. See more discussion. Yeah, well, Andy's, I guess, didn't want to argue about it, but it's definitely worth a careful replay watch. What happened there? Just noticed a score update on sheet C. It's one more for Potomac. So it's 4-2 on sheet C. The warm room's starting to fill up with people as we're getting ready for our next draw, which I'm guessing is at something like 10:15. There's a nice draw there for Nutmeg. All right, we're getting another commentator here. Linda Kirkman is joining us. She's getting set up. All right, Linda, you're live. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It was a long night last night.
Yeah, I kept waking up to all that wind. People seem to have gotten here fine, and you know we have power, so all is well.
I was warning people last night as they were heading back to the hotel to allow extra time in case there were trees down on the way.
So it looks like there's still more discussion in the chat about what happened on the last end. Some careful replay watch. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask Andy about what happened there. Why that red rock was removed. But either way, it was a big end for Potomac, and so now the score is much tighter, although I'm sure they would have been different outcome potentially if they kept that rock in play.
Yeah. sheet A shake early?
Yeah, they shake
Yes.
early. Sheet D though, it's a big difference in score, but they're you know they're still
Yeah,
playing.
still playing it out.
Yeah, Potomac really needs to move some of those yellows around. 'Cause they're doing quite right.
Looks like that's what Andy's calling for. Looks like he's trying to get between the guards and sit on the yellows in the back, but it looks like he's going to crash on the guards.
Well, let's move them around. Could be helpful
Opened
later.
it up, definitely.
Yeah. Sounds like an offer to buy everyone Jello shots there from Brian. I mean, the bar doesn't look very busy right now. It is still fairly early, although I don't think it ever stopped anyone at this Bonspiel.
The Jello shots were flowing last night.
Oh yeah.
Especially for the wide disparity in scores. The underdogs were doing shots.
Hey, you gotta win something, right?
Jello shots.
Yeah.
If they weren't making their curling shots, they were making Jello shots. It looks like yellow is trying to put up another guard.
Looks like they might be on the guard though. Oh no, they're past.
They're
Oh no, they are.
That's a nice one. Center line.
Yeah, it ticked off the red and
Rolled into. Well, looks like it still might be open.
any score updates, Linda?
What was that?
I thought you were maybe looking to see if there are any score updates.
No, I was looking to
so.
see if there was anything in the house on sheet D, and looks
there
like
might be a
red
red
just scored 1, maybe 2. See the score update. Red did score 2.
All right, so that's
So at the end of 7, it looks like it's 9-5 in favor of triangle.
see a lot of yellow. Well, actually, I can't tell. Sheet C.
For what?
Oh, I thought there was some yellow in the house, but it looks like it's. Oh, there is. There's at least one yellow in the house on sheet C. Yeah, there's one. I can see it now.
One
on the
yellow
overhead cam.
with a lot of guards.
Yeah. So the center is pretty open. Back on sheet B.
my two cobbled together teams right here.
Line's good. Yeah, line, yeah, line.
So I guess Nutmeg guarding here.
Hard line, hard line, hard line. Hard line. All the way, all the way, all the way. All the way. All the
Whoops,
way.
sweepers look like they might have
Looks like it's
swept
overcurled
a
a bit.
little bit out of the way.
Yeah. So it looks like Andy's got a chance now. I believe this is Hammer.
His second, I believe it's his second
Yep.
skip stone.
Oh, it's not Hammer, but it's Potomac's last stone. He's got to just come down and hit out those two that are touching the forefoot. So Andy here going for probably normal weight. Just keeps trying to decide which side to come from, I guess. Either way, he needs to either hit and stick or move them both. They're looking for it to curl. It might be on the guard.
It's close.
Oh, Ben's sweeping it.
It was
And
on
they
the
took
guard. Tap the guard in closer.
Oof. So that is
So
currently
that's three.
3, and they've got one more rock.
I'm going to give you a little more with that curl. If you tap us, that counts.
And it looks like they've got the draw.
Looks like
For
they
4.
have it. Yep, draw for 4.
So that is. Oh, we see handshakes. So that is a final
That is the
score
final.
of 9 Nutmeg to 4 Potomac.
Can you?
Okay, so sheet C is still finishing their end, and we are going to move our cameras over there.
And it looks like Potomac has 2 yellows, sitting 2 yellows in the house right now. And, yep, Potomac is 2 yellow. Their final stone has been thrown.
All right, we're just getting the overhead cameras moved as well. So we're now over on sheet C with the Potomac 4 versus Utica. They're in their 7th end. Looks like
Yes.
Hammer is all that's
Hammer
left
is-
for Utica. But currently Potomac is sitting 2.
2 yellow.
well, that was not the desired outcome. Didn't end up making a huge difference, but it's like 2 yellow. So that is now 6 to 4 on sheet 6 to 2. Pardon me.
6 to 2
on sheet C. So sheet, you can also see in the camera view, sheet C's and sheet D are still playing, but sheets A and B are off the ice.
Also, Dobbs told me to move this thing. He didn't tell me about that. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're back on. Sorry,
We're
we're
back.
figuring out some technical details here of the soundboard. All right. So it looks like there's a yellow biting the edge of the 12 there.
Against 2.
And Utica is calling for a draw.
Against 2.
Against those guys, Rochester.
Oh, okay.
Or sorry, this is Potomac playing. Throwing right now, calling for the draw.
On sheet D, Albany took out Triangle Shot Rock, and now it looks like Triangle is trading takeouts.
The camera angles are a bit tricky when we switch over to other sheets. It's hard to quite see how things line up with that guard. I would guess it's at least partially covered. Looks like a nice freeze, though. Okay, not quite a freeze.
Looks a little bit, yeah.
A little bit of high, actually. I thought that it was going to.
A little high and a little wider than I think he wanted it to go.
But Potomac is calling.
Calling for the takeout.
I think they're calling for the peel, the guard. We'll see. Oh, well, it took the guard and
Moved it out of the way.
yeah.
Didn't entirely take it out, but moved it out of the way.
Well, that's good enough for now. They've opened things up in the center.
It looks like they shook on sheet D.
Ah. Okay, well, I didn't see what the final score was, but it was the previous end. It was 9-5. That's the score that's
And
remaining up on the scoreboard.
They're
so
probably not going to hang it because they didn't finish the end.
All right, so that is final on the games on sheets A, B, and D, and we're still watching the game between Utica and Potomac 4 on sheet C. Looking for the team names. I know that the Potomac team is Team Dwayne Johnson, and they have matching T-shirts. The picture of the Rock. Nice little curling pun there.
And
Nice.
they
That was a very nice double.
double takeout. So Potomac now sitting 3 in the house.
Looks like Utica's trying to draw into the pack, the 4-foot.
Sweeper's trying hard.
Yeah, it
but
looks like it's a bit
like
light.
It's coming short.
Yeah. So if anything, it's sort of,
Out counting that third one, but not by a lot.
yeah.
Not that it's going to make any difference.
Yeah, and Potomac is calling here to get rid of it. Maybe roll over a little bit, protecting the 2 they have.
And they got it.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Nice shot there. Might be a little bit, it's really hard to tell from these angles. Actually, I get a better angle of just looking out the window. I think the,
Looks like that one that they just shot might be
it's like maybe half
touching.
Oh, it's really hard to tell, but it's maybe half covering the rocks behind it, the rock right behind it. Looks like Utica's calling for another draw.
Was a bit heavier this time.
Yeah, sweepers
Looks
have
like
been off it the whole
Frank's
time.
going to sweep it on through. It's going out.
Well, actually,
No.
he left it there.
He left it there.
Maybe he just wants to
He's
hit and
just going
stick.
to take it out. Yep.
Yeah. So is this? Oh, no, there's a few more rocks.
We're right on it.
And it looks like they've got it. Well, rolled out a little bit, but
Rolled out a
that's
little bit,
totally
but they're-
fine. Yeah, they're sitting. Oh,
They're
and the
shaking now.
handshakes. All right, so that was
Five.
I guess
But
they didn't
won't-
finish the end.
They didn't finish
so
the end, so
we
it
won't post the
count.
score. But the final score then is 6-2.
6-2.
Potomac. So that is the end of our broadcast for the 7th draw. And I don't know what time the next draw
I think
starts.
the next one is 10:15.
10:15. So okay, at least
When
another.
the handsome Russ Kirkman will be playing.
Oh, okay. No bias there.
Slightly.
So yeah, we'll be back with another webcast in 15 minutes. So stay tuned. Thanks.